Yeah, this is the sort of the little nook before the main cistern with the rats. Everybody loves the rats. I know when we were making the game, once the rats got in, everybody was like, "That's my favorite animal in the game." They just look so cute when they run around and then they bite you. Yeah, so we had to put rats back in. Everybody dug them. This was the big sort of cistern underneath the grease level, where all the sewage from everything ran down into.
Yeah, I mean the goal with this was to sort of just create massive water-based Uber puzzle, basically, and
which it still is.
It still is. It was pretty frightening. I mean, frightening level when you walk into it to actually try and work out where you can go, where you should go. And that was like one of the real challenges with trying to balance this room in the first game was, you know, when you give the player as many options as it looks like they have, it's extremely difficult to tell where they should try and actually start going and exploring. Especially since most of the actual places you can see are physically locked off by either the water level or by some other kind of door mechanism.
Yeah, and we sort of kept that theme when we redid it. I mean, it's still sort of large sections of the room are visible, but gated by water levels or gates or whatnot. So look, it's an authentic recreation of the original.
Yeah, just as frightening looking.
It is just as frightening looking and overwhelming to the player.
So, and then yeah, all of our goal basically with the side rooms in the original game was just to sort of actually just to make life much more hellish for the player. I think that seemed to be our goal anyway, whereby, you know, you had to change the water level of the entire area more than once. So you had to do things in a prescribed order that you had no idea what that order was until you found out the hard way.
You were so cruel back then.
Yeah, it was a pretty evil part of the level, I have to say. It was hardcore.
Yeah, when we remade this room, we decided we wanted to cut off all of the side rooms and just make them like these little nooks in the wall, so that you could sort of, you never had to leave the space of the main area, and you could sort of be there when the water levels changed and whatnot. So that part is missing.
That's good,
but I think it turns out a little bit better.
And then, of course, you and your having to do everything twice as extreme changed it from one centaur crashing out of a statue into two.
That's right. We had to ramp it up for the kids.
Yeah.
The kids nowadays, they like it hardcore. So, yeah, we not only made it 2 centaurs, but we made the centaurs twice as big too.
Yes, of course.
So it's 4 times the difficulty of the original. But in our defense, we did make the centaurs less cheap than they were in Tomb Raider 1. I remember playing this, and it was like they just had machine gun fireballs coming out of their arms.
Bone chips they were.
That was a bone chip?
Yeah. The whole kind of concept with the is that the beasts, the evil beasts, they were sort of they were all sort of firing off bits of themselves, little sacks of fiery doom and little bone chips at you.
That's a red fireball, dude. That's not a bone chip.
No, it's not a fireball, right? Like the original one, it looks like a sort of fleshy sack that comes flying towards you, and then when it bursts, it ignites.
Oh, is that how the igniting happened?
Well, in my head, that's how it worked.
All right, there you go. Now we know.
So in the original game, when you actually arrive at Tihocan's tomb, basically Pierre's already there, beating you to it, and he's just kind of opens fire on you, and you essentially you gun him down. He's already grabbed the ski on, so you gun him down and you take his stuff. And we decided that was well, not so good for a couple of reasons. One was that we wanted to add more significance to sort of like her first kill, and then we also wanted to well, we didn't like the idea that Pierre sort of beat her to it. He's always kind of one step ahead in the original, so it was better that Lara actually, you know, kind of sort of wins, but he gets the drop on her. And another thing we changed was we wanted to actually kind of sort of show a little bit of what Tihocan's about, because in the original game it's just, I mean, she finally goes in and reads about him on the tomb wall, but we wanted sort of a little bit more information about what's going on with old Tihocan.